I'm Solomon Jones from 900 AM WRD. I'm here with Carla Clarkson from Honey Hair Studio. And you're going to be next on Mind Your Business on our show this week. So tell us a little bit about Honey Hair Studio. How'd you get started?
Well, Honey Hair Studio is in line with my product, the Honey Blowout. And so what I wanted to do is introduce a hair studio where the blowouts focused on ethnic hair and the care of ethnic hair. What the Honey Blowout does is it protects the hair during the heat styling process. So I wanted a salon where we can offer those services to women with ethnic, curly, all types of curly hair. Blow it out, have it heat protected, still have a great style, and also offer young talent a job. I really have like a heart for young talent and girls coming out of school, and a lot of them are really, really good. You know, they're coming out skilled because they've already been doing hair since they were like 2 years old. They just go to school basically to get their license. And so I've had the pleasure of training a lot of them, so I wanted a place to offer them a job as well.
Okay. So you got started with your products first before you started doing hair. Is that how it went?
Well, me personally, I've been doing hair for 20 years now.
Wow.
I started when I was 15, shampooing hair in a salon, and I decided when I was 12, so I already knew that hair was going to be what I was going to do for a long time. And I never really imagined I would have my own product line, but my sister, who she calls herself a mixologist, she bought me this formula, and I just started playing with it, mixing it up, testing it on my clients until I finally got it down to a formula where I felt comfortable with introducing it to the market.
Okay.
So product for me came along later on in the game, within the last 3 years.
Okay. And so you started out in West Philadelphia.
Yes, I did.
And why did you choose that location? And then why did you choose to leave?
Well, I chose West Philadelphia because, first of all, it was when I first started, when I was 19, my mentor and old boss, Kelly French, had a salon, and I started with her. And then I had a property where I was able to, once I left her and started on my own when I was 21, had a property where I was able to also live and run my business out of. So it was just a matter of convenience of where I already had my property at. And then I left because I sold the property, and just, you know, condensing, and the property was like kind of big for me. And I just decided to go on and try product and really put my focus on the product. Okay. So tested the product for about 2 years with my clients and introduced honeyblowout.com this year back in February.
Okay. And so now you're here in North Philadelphia.
Yes. And
so why the change, and how you feel about it?
The change came because once I sold my property, I relocated to North Philadelphia. And a client of mine brought me to this property and said, hey, here's something where it's affordable. You know, it comes already outfitted. Because a lot of times when you get a salon space, you have to do all of the renovations and everything yourself.
Okay.
So it was something in an area where there's a corridor, a commercial corridor, and where I felt like I could try it and see what happens. So I just decided to try it.
Okay.
Take the risk and jump out there and start Honey Hair Studio. See, before I had Market Star Hair Studio. And I knew it was time to close that chapter because it wasn't really associated with the brand and the product. I thought it was time for me to move on and start Honey Hair Studio.
Okay. And so what is your challenge? I mean, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yes.
And you've moved on to this next step. What's the challenge that your business is facing at this time?
The challenge for me is perception of location from my clients. My model is to find low-cost locations where I can bring in new talent. So with finding low-cost, low-overhead salons, I can still bring them in, still turn a profit, and still have a place where I can start to test all of these concepts in my head because I'm so full of concepts for salons. And so the challenge is now, you know, how does the customer perceive the location? But the thing is, I just have to step out there and try it and make it as comfortable as I can. My clients who follow me now, they know that, you know, I always try to make my environment as comfortable as I can for them, making sure it's clean, neat, professional, making sure my staff is professional.
Sure.
So we're going to have to test out Honey Hair Studio and see. I'm new. I'm starting over. I have been doing this for a long time, but now I'm starting with a different model. Hopefully building Honey Hair Studio into a chain of studios, and just going to see where it goes.